Well, Mr. Yates, congratulations on an illustrious career.
Oh, thank you.
We're just going to do a little flashback. How did you get started in teaching?
Oh, you know what? Looking back, it was probably the natural thing to do. I almost took up an active commission in the Army. I thought about law school. But in the end, looking back, I think I always wanted to be a teacher. I just didn't know it. I mean, no other job is going to pay me to stand up and talk about history all day. And it's not a job. It's not work. I never came to work. I always came to school.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. Now, I'm sure you've got thousands of memories, great memories from school. Can you pick just one fond memory? It doesn't have to be your favorite one, just one fond memory that you want to share with us. What do you remember from teaching?
You know what? I don't think I can isolate it to one. It depends on the day, but I've had so many, well, way too many memories. I could talk about the time that I was in emergency room in New York City. That was quite the night. I don't know if that was the worst or the best time in my teaching career. I could talk about the night we earned about $11,000 plus in one night on a dinner for a school in Zambia. Talk about the time.
Talk about that.
Well, we had the Bokout girl, Jessica Bokout, had
Yeah.
a school, of Flying Angels School. I think it was in Zambia.
Yeah.
And we had a spaghetti dinner and silent auction in 2006, I believe, 2005 maybe. And in one night, the school raised over $11,000. It was a great night. The kids in that class were super. It was a full, not just a full school, but a full community effort in both Seaforth and Clinton. That was a great time. The time we were stuck at for 2 hours until about 2 in the morning at the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. was really fantabulous. Vimy Ridge last year had to be a high point with the people I took to Vimy Ridge, the students that went there.
Yeah.
I had a great time. I hope they did too. It was fantabulous, but on a day-to-day basis, it's those little things that you don't expect.
Yeah.
When a student says something or something happens in your classroom that really make the job best job ever. It's not a job. It's not a job. It's the best calling. Teaching's a calling.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't agree more. So, what's on your slate for retirement from teaching? I'm going to say retirement from teaching. What are your plans for the following years? Any?
Yeah, I like to continue my writing. I see that as a continuation of my teaching. Love to go out on speaking, and thinking of you heard it here first. I'm thinking of a run for mayor in 2018 of Goderich. So those are some of the things I have on the horizon, and kind of looking forward to it. But I'll always have really nothing but great memories of my time here at Central Huron and South Huron. Loved it every minute. The 3,000 kids I've taught or come in contact with, they've taught me a lot, as much as I could impart, and I've really learned a lot in education from the kids mostly.
Yeah.
That's what makes it worthwhile.
For sure.
Yeah.
Mr. Yates, thanks. It's been awesome. Thanks for taking this time for us, and best of luck in retirement.
Oh, thank you. Cheers. It's been great.
Mr. Cook, congratulations on a great career. We're going to be sad to see you go. We're going to miss you. So you're going to have to come back to visit. So,
I'll come back.
awesome. So, a few questions for you. How did you get started into teaching? How did this all begin?
Well, I was planning on being a chiropractor, and but during that time I met my wife, who was not my wife at the time, who got a job down teaching at a school for Haitian refugees in the Bahamas, and I decided to follow my wife and down to the Bahamas, and I got some experience teaching and decided that's what I really wanted to be, so I went to Teachers College.
That's awesome. Lucky for us. We should thank her.
I don't know about that, but hey.
What about, what's one of your fond memories from teaching?
Well, I'll narrow it down to experience that last week, which was nice. I went to see my physiotherapist for my shoulder, and there's a young lady working at that place, Alex Ladd, who was an ex-student, who said one of the reasons she became working in physiotherapy was because of the course I taught and myself. So that was a great,
Wow.
Felt good to know that you helped direct people.
Yeah.
Some influence.
That is rewarding. That's awesome. What about 2 weeks from now when school's done? Do you have any plans for after that?
Well, I had these golf plans and motorcycle plans, but because of my shoulder, that's kind of out the window. But I actually, I've had thoughts about going back to school to study to be a carpenter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I like making things, and
Yeah.
I always wanted to be like Terry Zacher when I grow up. So.
Don't we all?
I know, who doesn't want to be like Mr. Zacher?
Mr.
And I could never become as good as you, so
Oh.
with Terry Zacher, I might be able to.
Oh, you're too kind. Thank you, Mr. Cook, and
welcome.
congratulations. I'll shake your good hand.
Thank you.
you very much. Congratulations. You're going to be retiring
Oh, thank you.
at the end of the semester. So, you've had a great career in guidance.
Yep.
Did you start out in a guidance department?
Oh no, I started out in phys ed.
Oh.
Yeah, started out in Deep River. That was my first placement. Didn't know a soul there. Drove up there through Algonquin Park. I remember it was snowing in June. And I thought, what the heck am I doing? But it was a great year. On the Ottawa River, Olympic-sized pool.
Yep.
Trekkers Club. They needed a woman to help out, so they treated me like the queen out there.
As you should be treated.
Oh yeah, and but after that year, it was declining enrollments. They let 10 teachers go from that school. So
Oh, wow.
I moved on to London, Mount St. Joe's Academy. Again, I taught phys ed there, and it was a good school. I taught there for 3 years. Then they were closing down, but it was interesting. It had a bowling alley in there, swimming pool, tennis courts, yeah, and it was a residential school, so we had students from all over the world come there. So that was very interesting. And then when it closed, a friend of mine was teaching phys ed in Seaforth and was getting married, moving to Toronto, and she asked if I was interested in coming for an interview. So I went to Seaforth, and I believe Bruce Shaw was the principal at that time, with Harry Scott, the vice principal. Bruce hired me for the job, and I think I ended up teaching typing. That was it, typing for the first year, and a little bit of phys ed. And then I went on to teach music and math, and then Maureen Scott left, and she was in guidance, and I got to have a little bit of guidance with my department head then, Howard James. And then when Seaforth High School closed in around the year 2000, I came to Clinton, and actually I was really supposed to go to Goderich, but the guidance department head here said she would move to Goderich because she was physically moving her house to Goderich, so it all worked out. So I could come to
Perfect.
Clinton, and that's where I stayed for the rest of my career.
Wow, awesome. I'm picturing your typing class. Do kids have super long thumbs that they could hold a typewriter and hit all the buttons?
Oh my gosh. I can remember myself back in the picnic table practicing on my dad's typewriter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
cool.
that was very interesting.
What are some of your fondest memories here at CHSS?
Oh, I have many great memories, but one fellow in particular came back. He was working on his diploma. His dad was very ill at the time. He really wanted to show his dad that he graduated, and we finally got all his credits together. He graduated, he took the diploma, he showed his dad. And his dad didn't survive long after that, but that
Oh, my goodness.
that was a very happy story. And he sent me a bouquet of flowers, and that
Oh,
was
wonderful.
yeah,
Even after all these years, seeing students succeed is one of the
yes,
biggest rewards we have at working in a school.
that's right.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's one of the things that I see from the past to the present that has really changed. We help students succeed. We always work on that, but I see the push right now is so much extra help for students. Like, we have our Tuesday and Thursday math and science help. We have extra help in Miss Holmes's room. There's always extra help for students. We're going to have the boot camp at the end of the year. So during exams, if you weren't successful in a course, you can go in there, do some extra work, and hopefully become successful. We have our summer school. We have co-op in summer school to help students get extra credits. So students are very lucky at this day and age to be in high school because we are all about student success.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It's true. Very true. A lot of other changes from when you started till now. You still have the same computer you started with?
No, gosh, no. New computer, of course. One of the biggest changes that I am very grateful for is the work of the social workers and the addiction counselors in our school and the health nurses. We never had anything like that. So, you know, it all fell on guidance. It was our responsibility to deal with everything. I don't know how we got through everything because there are the mental health issues, of course, that you must deal with. And without the help of the social workers, it was difficult.
Yeah.
And at that time, we didn't have a Huron-Perth drop-in center to send people through. So, you know, we had to work through things and keep in touch every day and, you know, try to help the student out.
Yeah. Sometimes the biggest part of the job isn't what's in the job description, is it?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Especially in guidance. I
That's
think.
for sure.
For
That's
sure.
for sure. When the good weather comes,
Yeah.
you know, go golfing,
You're gonna
play
golf?
tennis, go to the beach, whatever.
Yeah. Perfect.
And in the winter, on those great snowy days, go skiing. Like there's opportunities.
Lots of fun things. Well, congratulations, and thanks for taking some time to go over this today and share some of your story with
Well,
us.
thank you very much.
And happy retirement.
Thank you.
We hope you'll come back to visit us.
Well, I will for sure.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.